refreshing Lipton.
Iced Lipton tea is always refreshing because Lipton's is brisk. B-R-I-S-K. Brisk means rich flavored, never flat. The right flavor for iced tea.
Try brisk iced Lipton tea.
This program will be interrupted immediately if there are any late news developments. Rinso presents Big Sister. Yes, there's the clock in Glen Falls Town Hall, telling us it's time for Rinso's story of Big Sister, brought to you by Soapy Rich Rinso. R-I-N-S-O. Say, when you plan to try a product for the first time, what do? If you're the find-out-for-yourself type, you'll discover right off the bat that Rinso's swell, soapy-rich suds get clothes spanking clean with as little as a 5-minute run in your washer. However, if you're the take-an-expert's word for it type, you'll be glad to know Rinso's the only soap officially recommended by the makers of 33 leading washers, including the 1900 Whirlpool washer. But remember, there'll be no new 1900s made for some time to come. So give yours the best possible care, and always use Soapy Rich Rinso on wash day. And now for the story of Rinso's Big Sister, which was written by Julian Funt. At 2 o'clock this afternoon, John left Ruth Wayne Big Sister in their hotel room and went to see Hollis Travers. Now it's only a half hour later, although it feels like much more than that. Ruth has been restless and depressed ever since John left. But if John hadn't gone, Ruth would have urged him to go. Ruth would have been even more depressed than she is if she had known that Miss Stone wasn't present at John's meeting with Hollis. But more about that later. A few minutes ago, Ruth put in a long-distance call to Dr. Carville, and now...
Hello, Ruth.
Oh, hello, Dr. Carville. How are you?
I'm all right. How about you?
Oh, fine, thanks. Have you seen my son lately?
I saw him this morning. Been seeing him every morning since you went away.
Oh, good. How is he?
Fine, Ruth. You don't have to worry about that boy.
Not really. Not with you and Virginia and Nettie looking after him.
He doesn't need anybody to look after him. He's growing up. But we'll keep an eye on him.
Has he been asking for me?
No.
Oh, that's good.
I hope you mean that.
I really do. I don't want him to miss me.
You're very sensible, Ruth. He certainly didn't seem to miss you this morning. I was with him for about 20 minutes. What do you think we talked about?
I can't imagine.
Planes.
What?
Airplanes.
Oh, heavens.
Talk about an air-conscious younger generation. Some of yours can talk for hours about B-25s and B-17s and P-38s and P-40s. I'd better watch out or I'll become an air enthusiast myself. At my age. But never mind that. Tell me what's new on your mind. Hello.
Hello, Dr. Carville. I'm still here.
Oh, good. I thought for a minute we'd been disconnected. I said, tell me what's new, Ruth.
Well, I wish I had some news for you, Doctor.
Oh, as bad as that?
It isn't good.
What's happening? Has John been seeing Hollis Travers?
Yes. Yes, he sees her quite regularly. He's seeing her right now, as a matter of fact.
Well, you don't mean Hollis Travers is with you right now?
Oh, no. She's at Miss Stone's apartment at the Midwestern General Hospital, and John's with her.
Well, why aren't you there?
Well, we decided it might be more convenient if I went around.
Convenient for whom? I like that. And who decided it would be more convenient?
Well, it was Hollis's idea, originally.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I also think you ought to...
Well, Miss Stone is there. They're not alone together, if that's what's worrying you, Dr. Carville.
I still think you ought to be there.
Hollis doesn't want me there. She made a very special point of it. And there may be something to her theory that I have an inhibiting effect on them.
An inhibiting effect, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just too bad.
It isn't really as bad as that, Dr. Carville. Neither John nor I mind. John thinks I ought to go home.
No, don't do it, Ruth.
Well,
Ruth, don't leave him. I feel very strongly about this.
Yes, so do I. And I'm not going to leave. I just wanted to get your reaction.
Well, you've got it. Is John serious about wanting you to leave?
Well, he really doesn't want me to leave. He thinks I miss Richard.
Well, you can forget about Richard. The boy's perfectly all right. You just stay where you are.
I intend to.
Fine. Fine.
Oh, dear, I wish it were.
What's that?
Nothing.
Getting kind of discouraged, are you?
Well, I shouldn't be. We've only been here a week.
That's right. Give yourself time. Wait a minute. I've got a surprise for you.
What is it?
Guess who just walked in?
Oh, not Richard.
You guessed it.
Oh, goody.
Virginia brought him in. Hold on a second.
All right.
Richard, come here a minute, son. You know who I'm talking to? Here, take this phone. That's it.
Hello.
Hello, Richard.
Hello.
Oh, darling, how are you? This is Mommy.
Mommy?
That's right, honey. How are you?
Fine.
Oh, that's good. Dr. Carville's been telling me what a big boy you are. I'm very proud of you.
Huh?
I said I'm very proud of you, and I love you very much.
I love you, too.
Oh, darling.
Mommy,
Yes, Richard.
I want to see you.
I want to see you, too, honey. I want very much to see you.
I want you to come home right now.
Oh, well, it won't be long now, darling.
I want you to come home right now.
I will. In just a little while now. Mummy's going to come home just as soon as she possibly can. Hello? Hello? Hello, Richard?
Hello, Ruth.
Oh, hello, Dr. Carville.
Don't worry about him, Ruth.
Oh, I'm not.
Virginia's talking to him now. He'll be all right.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Oh, I'm so glad I talked to him. Give him my love again, will you?
I certainly will.
Now I'd better hang up, Dr. Carville. Oh, wait a minute. I knew there was something else I wanted to ask you. How's Ricky? Have you seen her lately?
I'm going to see her in a little while. I'm going over there at about 5 to get Steve out of bed.
But Dr. Carville's going to see Ricky Lenya before 5 o'clock. And now let's go on to Frank Wayne's house, to Steve's room. Steve is sitting up, and now...
Come on in, Ricky. Oh, Frank.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
Okay, I guess.
You guess?
I'll feel a lot better when Dr. Carville gets here and gives me the word I can get up out of this bed. Boy, the time I've wasted lying in bed these last few years.
Yes, must have been quite an ordeal.
Where's Ricky?
Well, that's what I came here for, Steve. To talk to you about Ricky.
I don't get it.
Well, that's because I haven't said anything yet, but you will in a minute, as soon as I explain.
Explain what?
Oh, dear, there it is again, and I must say it depresses me a little.
What depresses you? What is all this?
The minute I tell you I want to talk about Ricky, you get that tight look around your mouth.
No, I don't.
I wish you didn't, Steve, but you do. And I was hoping that by this time we could talk about Ricky without any of this hostility.
Well, we can, only...
Only what, Steve? We can talk about Ricky providing I say the right thing, is that it? I thought by this time you and I understood each other.
So did I.
Well, then why do you bristle every time I say I want to talk to you about Ricky? Why don't you answer that?
Well, I just... I don't know.
You're still convinced, in spite of everything I've said, and in spite of everything you've said, that I don't want you two youngsters to get married. And every time I come in here, you're afraid I'm going to pull some trick. Isn't that it, Steve?
No, not exactly.
Well, then what is it exactly?
Well, in the beginning, you didn't want us to get married.
Why? Why not? Why didn't I?
I don't know. I guess it was because you didn't know me so well and...
No, that wasn't it at all, Steve. After I'd known you for 24 hours, I knew what you were like, and I knew that I could trust Ricky with you. No, there was another reason.
Was there?
Yes. Steve, I've been trying to spare you. I've been hoping that this could be avoided, but I'm afraid it can't.
What could be avoided?
Well, now, you see, there you go again, bristling with resentment.
Frank, what do you want? What is all this double talk anyway?
It isn't double talk, Steve. I'll admit that I may not be making myself very clear, but that's because I just don't know how to break the bad news. I never did.
Bad news? What do you mean? It isn't about Ricky, is it?
I'm afraid it is.
What about her? What happened? Tell me about Ricky.
Now, wait a minute, Steve. Pull yourself together.
Oh, I get it. I'm beginning to get it, all right. You finally did it, didn't you? I should have known you'd try to pull something like this.
Pull what?
You finally sold Ricky the idea of not having anything to do with me. Never wanted her to marry me in the first place. You pretended after a while it was okay with you, but now you sold her a bill of goods.
Steve, please, take it easy.
I'm sick and tired of taking it easy. I want to see Ricky.
You will. You will in a minute.
Where is she? Tell her I want to see her.
Well, I can't very well do that.
You mean you don't want to do it?
Listen to me, Steve.
You listen to me. You tell her I want to see her. Send her up here. I want to talk to her.
I wish you could talk to her.
What?
I said I wish you could talk to her.
Well, why can't I? You can't keep me from talking to Ricky. I got to talk to her. Ricky!
Don't do that.
Ricky, where are you?
Steve, don't
Ricky?
do that. Steve.
Why not? What's going on here anyway?
Well, all right. Put on your robe and slippers and come with me.
What for?
Go on, get into your robe, Steve.
Well, I can't.
Dr. Carver was going to let you get up today anyway, and I'm sure that getting out of bed a few hours earlier won't make any difference. Come along, Steve.
Where do you want me to go?
Well, all right. You don't have to come with me if you don't want to.
Where's Ricky?
I want to take you to her.
What do you mean you want to take me to her? Where is she? What's going on here anyway?
Are you going to come with me or aren't you?
Okay, I'll go. You got to give me a hand. I'm kind of unsteady.
Yes, of course I will. You all right?
Yes, I'm all right. A little shaky.
Now, it's just a few more steps. All right, now. Here we are. Go ahead, Steve.
She's lying down.
Yes. Yes, she's lying down all right.
What's the matter with her? Ricky? Ricky!
But Ricky doesn't answer. All the blood is drained out of her face. She's lying completely still. Except for an occasional fluttering of her eyelids, she might be dead. Hey, I hope you weren't one of the car owners who thought there'd be plenty of tires for everyone as soon as our synthetic rubber program got underway. Many people just took that for granted, you know, but actually there never was any reason for doing so, because military needs for tires are very high. Tires for buses, trucks, airplanes, combat vehicles. And don't forget, our fighting men need rubber for bullet-sealing gas tanks, for life rafts, and amphibious landing craft, so give your tires the best of care. Drive only when necessary, keep under 35 miles per hour, have your tires inspected regularly, and recapped as soon as the tread is worn off. And drive carefully. Don't jam on your brakes or pick up speed suddenly. Conserve your tires and keep your car on war duty. We'll meet you again at Big Sisters tomorrow. This is Jim Amici speaking for Soapy Rich Renso. R-I-N-S-O.
The town of Glen Falls and the names of all characters used on the broadcast are fictitious. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.